Howdy y'all, I'm Shmee, hello and welcome back to the channel where you join me today here in Houston, Texas, bringing the British weather all the way across the pond. We're here at 0 to 60 to meet up with Unspeakable. We're going to be catching up with Nathan inside to take a look at his fabulous collection of cars, but also a world's first opportunity to see his new venture here at 0 to 60 Society and also 0 to 60 Customs and the plans that he's got in the works for the new channel as well. We're talking the cars inside, some big projects, some really exciting firsts that he's done as well. Very exciting for me to be here with my car. We actually met here in Houston last year, but this time around we're going to be shooting a little piece together. So let's head straight inside, get out of this awful British style weather, go catch up with Nathan and check out the cars. I tell you what, it has not been fun driving this car on the Cup 2R track tyres in this weather. It has been appalling, but it is very exciting to be here because when I stopped by Houston last year to go to McLaren Houston, I met with Nathan for the first time and he told me about this project that was in the works. The new channel, he's filmed some videos with the Hamilton collection, done all sorts of things, but here we are, 0 to 60 Customs on one side, the 0 to 60 Society on the other. He's just hanging inside at the moment, but let's drive this on inside and take a look out towards the left side at the collection of cars we are going to be checking out today. Awesome stuff. Right, let me leave this here before bringing too much rainwater indoors. Go say hello. All right, Nathan, how you doing?
Good to see you, man.
You too, good to see you again.
Welcome to 0 to 60.
Thank you, this is cool.
It's very cool. This has been a project that I've been wanting to do, I would say ever since I'm born, because I've always been into cars. But no, this vision kind of inspired me about like 2 or 3 years ago to kind of design a co-working office space that was mixed with supercar, exotic car storage. And 3 years later, it's built.
Here we are. We've got some of your cars here.
Yep.
We've got the final stages of construction because I know you've not shown this before, so it's super exciting to be here.
Y'all are the first people to ever see this. We're still going under construction. We have some painters in there. There's a bunch of missing lights and stuff, so when we walk through, you'll see that. But yeah, we have all the cars lined up. It's a pretty big space too. We actually have 2 buildings as well. So this is building number 1. This is the bigger one. And
Goodness, so this will all be a bit of storage, bit of the co-working spaces you said with all of the offices looking out at the cars.
Yeah, so these are all the offices. So I mean, you could see an office right here. So this could be an office that someone could lease out from us. It's a pretty good sized space too.
It's a huge space. I'm looking around and I'm very, very jealous.
But even the offices, like this is a good sized room. Like you could fit like 3 or 4 people in here if you wanted to. Maybe like a little breakfast table, and then offices down there, and then they line up down this way as well, and then obviously upstairs.
Well, we're going to go and check that out shortly because there are some other things upstairs.
It is we have a very awesome entertainment room upstairs.
But let's talk cars for a moment because we're going to head over, or maybe talk a bit more about 0 to 60 Customs as well, because like you said, you've always been into projects, and I'm just going to point out at this stage that your G-Wagon isn't a factory 4x4.
No.
You've done this.
No, it was a little baby only a year ago, so.
That's kind of crazy. Yeah. So, okay, let's start where we are right now, 600 LT.
Yep.
Track car, you've driven it on track?
Yep, 600 LT, haven't really done anything on this car except for downpipes, so. Big, massive flames.
You've changed the hood though.
And the hood, yes, and the hood. Track car, then we have the GT2 RS. We did Dunton exhaust on this one, and then we did AL13 wheels. These wheels, oh my gosh, they're just beautiful. They have the carbon barrel as well. So the whole barrel around it is carbon fiber. And then it's kind of like that older, like 5-spoke design that
reminds
really
you
enjoyed.
of the kind of 70s Porsches, that kind of that look. And they are seriously wide and like up in the arches.
Yeah, and then AL13 did this for us. If you can see that, I don't know if you can see it.
Grab the phone, get a light on it.
Yeah, but they put 0 to 60 Customs engraved in the wheel.
That's cool.
So yeah, that was a really cool touch. I was super excited for that. So.
When it comes to boys and toys, having your own logo on the wheel is like...
Yeah, I was just like, what? Y'all can do this? There it is. I was like, that is so cool.
That's crazy. So let's talk about this, because this is the car we met with last year.
Yeah,
You
about
had
a year ago.
Recently finished it.
Yeah.
It was actually exactly this time. I came out to Houston just ahead of SEMA.
Yeah.
Just before going to SEMA. But this was a regular new AMG G63.
Yes.
The normal 4-litre bi-turbo, 585 horsepower, 577 brake horsepower,
Yep.
regular height car. It didn't have these axles, it didn't have these arches, it didn't have that hood or presumably the engine upgrades.
No.
So talk us through this, the
No,
idea
I mean,
behind this.
Yeah, I mean, this is a full build, so we did the full kit for it. We had to build these extended fenders. It's on portal axles right now, bigger tires as well. It's actually kind of fun because it gets a little loose too when you throw off traction control. And
Really?
it's a little scary in a car this big, but you know, it also obviously the twin turbo V8. We did FI exhaust tune, everything.
So what kind of power is it running?
We haven't like dynoed it or anything, so I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna guess like maybe 100 over what the stock one does.
Oh, if you've done a tune and exhaust, at least
Maybe,
you've got to be in the sevens.
yeah, so maybe like 700.
Some decent number.
680 maybe.
So it's an FI exhaust because those tailpipes are pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
I can tell you've been out with it.
Yeah, so we've we've pushed this thing to the limits because, I mean, I drive my cars, so we took this to a off-roading place multiple times. This thing has been literally caked in mud.
Yeah.
We pushed it to its limits because I didn't want to just build this car, have it sit, drive it on the road. I wanted to put the portal axles on it, put it to the test and see like really what it's capable of doing. Like, can it really climb? Can it really go through mud? Or is it just gonna break, you know? Because there's not very many people that have converted a new G-Wagon into something this big.
And I think that's a big part of what
it's
Zero...
still standing, so.
You're doing it right, but that's a
It's-
big part of what 0 to 60 Customs is becoming, right?
Yes.
You're
So
going to
that-
try crazy stuff.
Yeah, so that is the building next door to us. 0 to 60 Customs is under deep construction, but that's going to be our automotive shop where we can build stuff like this.
Which is crazy. I've just got to take a quick look at your plates. You've got Do Work. You did the work for this.
Yep.
You've got Ring King. GT2 RS was, of course, a ring record holder. 0 to 61, very suitable.
Yep.
Very suitable. As we come down this way, you've got Society, 0 to 60 Society on the 720. This also doesn't look standard.
No, so we did a full Vorsteiner kit on this one. We also do have the AL13 wheels. These are pretty cool. They have like kind of this aero disc around it,
Yeah.
which is pretty sick. And then the car itself, we have pure turbos, IDS fuel injectors, IDS exhaust, tune obviously, downpipes. It makes around 1,000 to the wheels right now, so it's
1,000 to the wheels.
it is insane. The tune is pretty cool. The tune's from engineering, and they did like rolling anti-lag. So you know, you just push in the cruise control knob at
Yeah.
about 3,000 RPMs, builds up the boost, it shoots massive flames out the back, and you just go. I mean, it feels like an airplane. It is insane.
Well, any McLaren feels insanely fast to begin with.
Yeah.
Just straight off the bat.
Oh yeah, even stock, it blew me away.
And you've added a good, well, nearly 400 horsepower or something. 300
and then we
something
made
horsepower.
we made it look like a fighter jet. That was kind of the idea for the wrap, and we're actually in the process of trying to race a fighter jet with this car. That's why we did the wrap. So that'll be a pretty cool video. So
An unspeakable video coming
Yeah.
up soon. I've seen some of your stuff with the fighter jets.
Yeah.
Uber ride by fighter jet.
we did do that. We did an Uber ride by fighter jet, but that will actually be for our 0 to 60 car channel for
Cool.
any car related content. So.
And then the R8 next to it, I think it's a bit of a project, right?
Yes, so this is a project car. We bought this car how it is. There's a lot of stuff, you know, obviously we need to fix. There's like rust, we're gonna redo the whole kit. It is a Liberty Walk kit, but we're gonna kind of remake it and make it look like how it's supposed to look, but got a really good deal on it, and it's like supercharged too, so.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah.
It's 800 or something. Because I had an R8 V10 Spider of that generation, like the previous model. So
Yeah.
looking at it, thinking what you could do.
Yeah,
We shall see soon.
it's cool.
So, should we have a quick look at,
Let's go look inside. Let's go.
this is a nice space.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So we are obviously painting right now. We're missing some flooring, so there's still a lot of construction going on. We don't have any lights here, but we have a bunch of cool things that we're adding to the space. These kind of resemble like tire marks,
That's awesome.
full like solid steel.
I love those kind of details. Personal touches. You're basically taking It's kind of a man cave in some ways, but with the commercial space, with
Yep.
the commercial areas.
That was kind of the goal. And then I can take you around this way. So these are kind of like our smaller offices for someone that doesn't need as much space, but they still have a view of the garage. More offices over here. That one's a pretty big one as well.
What a cool place to work if you're based here in Houston and
Yep.
need an office.
And then this is one of our biggest offices. I can show you this one just to understand the scale or the size. But it is, I mean, this is a big room. I don't know the exact dimensions, but I mean, you could easily, comfortably fit like 5 people in here if you wanted to. So.
And be based around all of this, which is just exciting to begin with.
Yep.
Let's squeeze on out. We're heading this way.
So yeah, down there we got like a kitchen. This is a meeting room right here. And then we can head upstairs right here. So we have another meeting room up here.
Yeah.
Actually on this other side, you can't really see it, but there's that is going to be a giant TV.
Okay.
So Formula One races on, football game, whatever, we can display it.
Done.
So
love it. I have to come and stop by at some point. For the races that aren't at COTA 2 hours away.
yeah. And then we have offices that go all around here.
Yeah.
This is kind of like an open work hangout area, which is pretty cool.
Nice. This must have been fun. How involved have you been in the design of everything? A bit, but too busy with videos?
Yeah, very busy with videos, kind of half and half. Our architects have been like incredible on this project. I mean, they've picked everything in terms of like paint samples, door handles, all the tech.
Yeah.
So we put a ton of awesome tech in the building so you can like book meeting rooms and, you know, key card access. It's really, really cool. But this is where I'll be spending all my time. So this is kind of like our entertainment lounge, obviously still under construction. We have a large meeting room here. Then we have a balcony. We have a golf simulator, which is, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. So under this golf simulator, it's a putting simulator. And it has tons of like these kind of tectonic steel plates. And you can go to the screen over there, you can press a button and it will make hills on the ground. Yes, it is insane. I've never seen anything like this.
That's cool.
So it is
like
pretty cool.
Pro golfer setup.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work right now, but it will when we open. So
we've got to just swing out onto the balcony.
Yeah.
It's always fun to have a look down at cars when you're kind of overviewing the display. So this will be amazing when this is full with cars in not very long. It's going to be quite the view. And then obviously over this away, well, mine tucked in just inside the shutter, trying not to bring too much rainwater in. Your lineup. It's quite fun to look down at the 600 LT's exhausts. Over the back, the 2RS. Do you give your G63 a name?
No, not really.
0 to 60 custom G63 4x4.
I guess, yeah.
It's been named now.
I've never really been a car namer. But
I mean, even in terms of what you'd call the project.
Oh, like the project name. No, not really. I mean, we're probably gonna we'll probably call it the Tank once we put snow tracks on it. So
well, that sounds exciting.
That will be the next thing we're gonna put. We're gonna attempt to put snow tracks on that car. Maybe take it up to Utah or Colorado, drive it in the snow, up a mountain.
I look forward to seeing that.
We'll see how it works. It's a work in progress. But
when it comes to tech and cool gadgets and things in here, we're not finished.
No, we have some pretty cool stuff over here. So we have a racing simulator over here. There's going to be another one at the other corner, but this one's pretty much all set up.
That's cool. Full motion, everything, VR.
Yes, it is wild. This thing actually has real brake fluid as well, right in the pedals.
Wow. So how many hours have you lost playing on this already?
We actually just got this thing like 2 days ago. Okay. I'm not even kidding. I've probably played it for like 3 hours. It is like, I've been on the track a good amount, so you know I understand tracks and how they work, and I'm a decent driver. And this thing is very realistic. Like, I was very impressed with how realistic the braking is, the turning, the feedback on the steering wheel. This is a CXC simulator, so apparently like Indy and I think NASCAR drivers use it to actually train. So it's a pretty legit setup. It's no joke. I was very impressed with how accurate everything was.
Yeah, it's amazing how realistic these things can be.
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing will move. So,
Yeah.
you know, if you brake, these hydraulics will kind of come
All
up,
goes forwards.
push the seat forward. It's pretty unreal. I mean, hop in it if you
Well,
want.
the danger is if you sit in that seat, you're not leaving it for a while.
No. You're gonna do one lap around like Laguna in a Zonda or whatever car you pick, and you're never gonna leave. But it's cool. It has like a whole touch screen over here.
So this is the interface for
So I was just doing Silverstone on
Yeah.
it with an F40 before you came, but you can select all types of tracks, which
Runs
is
to
pretty
me.
cool, and then all types of cars.
spent
do.
forever just choosing cars.
All types of brands, so we can go over to McLaren. You even have like
Yeah.
race cars too, so we have like the P1 GTR, the F1 GTR, which is just insane. And then when you put on the VR headset,
Yeah,
it is like the coolest thing.
it goes even
It
further.
is.
I mean, the screens are pretty high def to begin with.
It is pretty cool. I almost think to myself, why do I need to buy a P1 when I have this?
So I have to ask then, is P1 like the dream car? Is that
I would say yes. P1 is
Yeah.
definitely the dream car. To be honest, like probably either P1 or Koenigsegg for me.
okay?
Yeah. I'm not
Very much on the engineering technology side.
Yeah, I love Koenigsegg's. I mean, it's just such a beautiful car.
Have you ever been out in one?
I have not.
Oh, we probably need to try and fix that.
Yeah, I have
Let me
not
see what I can
been-
do.
I have not been in a Koenigsegg. I have been in a Pagani. I didn't really like it that much.
Yeah, that was the when you met up with Steve Hamilton
Yeah.
collection.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful car, right? Beautiful, beautiful car. But just the way it drives, it just didn't really impress me too much. But it is a beautiful piece of art. So no doubt about that. But
P1 or Koenigsegg for the future.
that's, yeah, P1 or Koenigsegg or a Senna. If I get a Senna though, I'm
Yeah.
gonna like put an insane amount of mileage on it
Yeah.
and just track it.
Well, I can tell you from
mean-
experience driving my Senna lots of miles, it's
Yeah.
not like driving the GT Black series where you have comfort, luggage space.
There's no
quietness.
comfort. There's no comfort in Senna seats.
The Senna, and it's set up so aggressively.
Yeah.
It's obviously the camber setup is super, super sharp, so it means that you have to be really on it. You can't just like sit back and be lazy.
No.
It's go,
No,
go,
no,
go.
no. But I would just drive that car so much because I love the Senna. I love the way it feels. The P1 would be more of like a keeper for me. It'd be
Yeah.
like I'm going to keep this car till I'm 60 and show my kids, you know. But the Senna would be like, all right, let's go to McDonald's. let's go to McDonald's.
So the small windows.
Yeah.
Good luck getting your food through it.
Oh, exactly. That's what makes it fun, you know. I'm gonna order a large shake and just see what happens. But,
Pour it all over yourself.
yeah. I mean, you can just open the door, right? You know,
Yeah.
throw the door open, walk around, grab the shake. Welcome, come in.
This is 0 to 60 customs
Yes.
or work in progress.
Work in progress. Under a lot of construction, as you can see. But this is going to be kind of like a showroom right here,
Yeah, yeah.
and also like a photo booth.
Okay, makes
And
sense.
then up here, we're going to have some offices and whatnot. And then you can kind of walk around here and go straight out into the shop.
This is cool. Wow, that's a cool shop space.
Yes, so it's
Paint booth, lifts, everything.
still
you
have a
need.
lot of work to do, but believe it or not, this place is going to be done in under a month. So
Wait, say that again.
I don't know
Under a
how.
month.
I don't know how, but it will get done.
Oh, you can work on so much stuff in here.
Yeah, there is a lot of room in here. We have a paint booth over there, some lifts here. We're installing some lifts here, and then we're doing some lower, like in-ground lifts.
Yeah,
So we had to cut out all the concrete over on this side,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna have a wash station here, and then we have kind of like a patio hangout area that probably won't get used a lot, but it would be
Well,
cool.
the view over when you've got stuff being worked on.
Yeah,
Because
it'll be-
I'm picturing this with like your G project or a McLaren in half or just like stuff being worked on and
Yeah.
being done.
Yeah, it'd be cool because that would be kind of like a lounge spot. So, you know, if you want to go up there and eat lunch or whatever, it'd be cool to kind of sit
Well,
up there.
next time I'm here, I'm going to come hang out.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably have some crazy project that we're building. So,
Because the idea with this, just to rewind, is that you're going to use 0 to 60 customs for big, exciting projects with cars,
Yes.
but also sharing that process through the channel and also sharing what you do with the cars,
yeah, so
not just building them.
I mean, we're a full service shop though. So if anyone wants to come to us and build a car or whatever they want to do, we can do that. We're not really going to do engine work, but if someone was like, I want to wide body my Huracan, or I want to build a G-Wagon like that, or I just want to stay simple, I just want to put wheels on my car, we can kind of do it all here. And then yes, we will use this to build crazy projects, film them for the channel, and kind of share with the world what we built. So
that's really exciting. Do you know what? I love that you very kindly made it possible to come and have a look at this stage to see what it's all like.
it is actually really cool to see it under construction.
Yeah.
It was really cool to see the other space go through construction, and you know, every time I would come check on it, a little bit more there. It'd be a little bit more glass, a little bit more paint, a little bit more lights.
It's small details,
Yeah.
but we all get so attached to it. It's similar what I've done with my garage build, what the Stradman's done with his dream
Yeah.
house that he's been building. Like, it's so fun to see going through this, what was in your mind probably 5 years ago, 10 years ago even,
Yeah.
is now nearly at reality.
Yeah,
It's like
it makes
nearly
you
ready.
appreciate it more too when you spend like 2 years building it.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, it's my baby now.
It's gonna be ready
Got to
soon.
take care of the place. But
Cool, let's head back to the cars. As well as the cars that are here then, you must have a daily or other cars around.
yeah. So I have, I just got I think it's a 2022 or 2021 E63.
Yep,
So
nice.
it's got the new like
New
fancy
facelift,
steering
yeah.
wheel. Yeah, I love that. We have a Turbo GT.
Cool.
Cayenne Turbo GT.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
And then I mainly drive my Raptor.
Yeah.
Every day. to
Makes
be
sense
honest.
here in
So,
Texas.
yeah, I mean, I have a big dog as well, so
Okay.
she's comfy in the back, but
Yeah.
that's kind of like my daily is like a Ford Raptor. So
I find it funny coming out here because there are F-150s or bigger everywhere.
Oh,
but
yeah.
for us, you try and drive an F-150 back at home, where this is already a big car, it's genuinely terrifying.
yeah, I have like 40s on my Raptor, and like I'm just cruising down the highway, and like every other truck that passes me is like even bigger than mine. I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, it is what it is.
Normal stuff. Well,
But-
how cool to be here, to come and see your cars, to come and see a bit of your car collection, to have a look around, to see 0 to 60
Yeah.
and where you're going with all
Thank
of
you
this.
so much for coming. I
Nice.
mean, you're driving this whole thing across the country, aren't you?
Yeah, that's what it's for. We're going to be heading
So-
from here onwards towards Austin, Dakota, Circuit of the Americas, track day time.
I love Coda.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a ton of fun. It's
gonna be a
with that
cool
car
track.
at Coda.
Definitely. Well, congrats on this. I look
Thank
forward
you.
to coming back and seeing it all done.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it.
Great to see you. It is time to roll out. So let's have noisy start. Yes. Cool. Look at that view. What an amazing lineup just inside here. Huge thanks to Nathan for hosting us, for sparing some of his incredibly valuable time. For now, it is time for us to roll onwards. So, that was quite cool. I can't wait to come back when we're driving back across the country in the other direction to see everything completed. For the moment, obviously, wet brakes in here. Off we head. So cool. I mean, Nathan with his channels Unspeakable, Unspeakable 2, Unspeakable Reacts, Unspeakable Gaming, 0 to 60. Learning from him, chatting with him, finding out some things about YouTube and the social media world. Inspirational. He has created something unbelievable, doing hundreds of millions of views per month, billions of views in total, many subscribers, and I appreciate that a lot. So huge thanks to him for that. Anyway, onwards for us, a visit today, the first ever visit to 0 to 60 Customs here in Houston, Texas. I think they're onto some exciting things, storage projects, everything that we've talked about, the workspace side of things as well with the different offices. But that's it for this time. Thank you very much for watching. As always, guys, I appreciate your support an awful lot, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.